match between Ding Liren and Gukesh. Gukesh is black in this position. So Ding starts with knight f3, very good move, and then it's d5. These are very standard moves after g3 and c5, and this Ding is playing the KIA. Before you watch this video, I want you guys to watch the KIA video which we did. And then after c5, he went bishop g2, and then knight c6, d4. A lot of common moves. This is like a reverse Grunfeld. Another new opening in the match. And after e6, Ding castled in the king side, which is, I think, very good. And then after they took the pawn, it's a good move. He took back, and knight ge7. It's a inaccuracy. After bishop c5, it is the main move. c4. This is like attacking the center. It's a very strong move. After and then the knight took the knight, and then the queen took the knight, and then Gukesh went knight c6, and then Ding went queen d1. Over to Harsha for the commentary.
After this, Gukesh realized Gukesh played f4, d4. Not a very interesting move in the game. Then he responded with e3, trying to make a pawn chain and break his center. But Ding didn't fall for that, and he gave the pawn more protection. Then Ding took the pawn. He took it back with the bishop. Then he developed his knight. He castled. He went here attacking the bishop. Ding retreat his bishop to save it. Ding made a pawn chain, which is kind of an inaccuracy move. Then Gukesh plays a6, kicking the knight out. The knight went to c3. Then the bishop came back to d4, attacking the knight. Ding defends it with b2. Gukesh gave the bishop more protection. Now over to Pradyut.
After e5 giving protection, queen d2, a great move. And then Gukesh went bishop e6, and then Ding went knight d5. A good move, breaking white structure and trying to destabilize the knight on d5. After b5, a good move. Ding takes the pawn. It's a slight inaccuracy. After Gukesh took the pawn back, Ding goes knight f4. After the pawn takes, the bishop takes the knight, and this is a fair trade. After bishop takes bishop, and then queen takes bishop, the black king is in danger because g7 is being targeted. Rook b8 is played, and then rook fd1, attacking the queen, and then queen b6, and then bishop f3, and then they trade pawns, and the h file is open, and b4, and then a4, bishop x a3, an en passant in the world championship match. Over to Harsha for more commentary.
After he took the pawn with the en passant, he could have took with the queen, but he preferred to take it with the rook. Then Gukesh pushed g6 to prevent a backrank checkmate at any cost. Afterwards, Ding plays d4. This after that, Gukesh plays b5. There is no threat in this move. He's trying to play a counter attack. Then Ding pushes the pawn, trying to make it a pass pawn. He takes the pawn, offering a trade. He accepts the trade. He offers another trade, which is accepted. Then afterwards, he pushes the pawn more to play a waiting move. Over to Pradyut.
After bishop d2, a bishop trade is after bishop d5, a bishop trade is offered, but Gukesh declines it. And then after a lot of moves, Ding offers him a rook trade, but Gukesh declines it and gives him a check. And then after slowly waiting for some time, Gukesh slowly starts pushing his pawns into Ding's castle. After king g5, they slowly continue. And then after a lot of moves, this is a blunder. Rook f2 is a big blunder. After rook trades, and after the bishop trade, now white is in a zugzwang. And after e5, king e5, king d3, f4, and now Gukesh wins the game because if white moves his king, black takes the pawn and promotes. And if white takes the pawn, the king takes back and the pawn is promoting. That is why Ding Liren resigned and Gukesh makes history and becomes the youngest undisputed classical world championship ever in history.